Hi, Chanel from Tips and Tricks HQ here, and in this tutorial, we'll look at the basic setting configuration required to get started with the Stripe Payments plugin. I will also demonstrate how a basic product can be created and displayed on a WordPress post or page, and finish the tutorial up with a basic run-through of the checkout process as a customer. The Stripe Payments plugin is an ideal solution for online merchants who wish to primarily sell one item to a customer per transaction. Using Stripe allows your customers to use their credit or debit card to make a payment and check out. You'll need to arrive in your WordPress dashboard and ensure that you have the Stripe Payments plugin installed and activated on your website. If you don't yet have it installed and activated, you can simply go to Plugins, Add New, and search for Stripe Payments. Once you have that plugin activated, you'll notice the Stripe Payments menu on the left-hand side, and you'll see a number of sub-menus. We'll be taking a look at the Settings menu first. While there are a number of optional settings that you may like to configure in the General Settings, Email Settings, and Advanced Settings tabs, the most important general setting is pasting in your API keys from your Stripe dashboard. So you can also edit the currency and currency symbol along with the button text, although you'll need to scroll down and make sure that you have your correct Stripe API keys pasted in the correct live and test fields. So it's important when you copy these from your Stripe dashboard that you paste the live Stripe publishable key and test Stripe publishable keys in the right fields, and your live Stripe secret key and your test Stripe secret key in those correct fields. If you mix them up, you're going to have issues when you try and do a checkout at the end. So scrolling up, I'd just like to note, do not delete your checkout results page either, as this will cause issues when you go to complete a checkout, as your customer will not be able to be redirected and sent their download link, etc. So just make sure that you do not delete that page there. So once you have pasted in your API keys, you'll need to check live mode if you wish to run your transactions in live mode, or you can keep this unchecked if you're just going to test some transactions out first. But make sure you've got both keys in there, whether you're running live or test transactions, to ensure the plugin can work successfully. It's also a good idea to enable debug logging if you're going to do some test transactions, as if you run into any errors, you'll be able to see where you've gone wrong by viewing that log. So once you've entered in all that information, you'll need to go ahead and you'll need to save the changes there. Scrolling up, I'll just show you the Email Settings and Advanced Settings tabs briefly, although we won't need to configure much in these tabs. So if you click on Email Settings, just ensure the from address is correct. So follow the example. It should have your name or your website, and then it should be sales at your domain or similar. So scrolling down, you can edit the email bodies, although you don't need to, but if you make any changes, just make sure again you click that Save Changes button at the end. Up in the Advanced Settings tab, you can do some advanced settings relating to price display. So you can change the position of the currency, you can choose your decimal separators, number of decimals, etc. And you can add a custom field if you wish to. Using just the basic Stripe Payments plugin, you have the option to add one custom field. If you need to add a terms and conditions, you can also do this using the basic Stripe Payments plugin. And then you'll find a number of additional settings. Just make sure if you make any changes, you go ahead and you click that Save Changes button. So that pretty much wraps up our general settings, email settings, and advanced settings. We'll now take a look at how you can create a product and then put it on any page or post in your WordPress dashboard. To create our very first Stripe Payments product, we'll need to click on this product menu here. Once we're in the products menu, you'll see the option to add new product. Click that button. This will bring you to the Add New Product interface. This is where you'll put all the details about your product that you wish to sell. So I'll be demonstrating a digital product so that when we complete the checkout at the end, you can see how your customer would be able to easily download their item. So I'll just do a basic wallpaper image. You can add some extra text here. Scrolling down, if you'd like to add a short description, this will show in the Stripe checkout window. So you can just add wallpaper image, and then we can add our price of the product. You can set the currency to default, or you might like to make the currency of this product slightly different. For now, I'll just leave it as my default currency that we just set up in the settings menu. Scrolling down, you can control the quantity and stock. This is great for physical items. You can enable stock control and then add the quantity you've got available. So if I only want to sell 20 of my wallpaper images, I can just add 20 in there and click that enable stock control. You can also set a specified quantity that you want users to buy. So if you want every one of your users to purchase 2, you can add 2 in this field here. By default, the quantity will be set to 1. If you scroll down further, under the download URL section is where you'll need to upload your file. So this is if you've got a digital product, you just click the select file button followed by uploading that digital file. So I'll show you, mine's already saved into my media library. I'm just going to be selling this wallpaper image here. And I'll also add that image as the product thumbnail so people can get a little snippet of what they'll be purchasing. If you're selling a physical product, you'll need to collect address on checkout. So you just will need to enable that there. Although for a digital product, just leave that unchecked as you won't really need the details for shipping. You can add shipping cost and tax if you wish to. And in the thank you page URL, you can paste the URL of your thank you page. If you leave it blank, it'll use that checkout results thank you page. You can override the default button text from the settings menu if you wish to on the per product basis. So if I want this one to say download now, I can do that as well. So then you can add your one custom field from the settings menu if you wish to, and you can add variations to the product as well. So variations, you can add as many as you like. They can be a drop down or they can be a radio button. I won't add any variations to this product as I'm just showing you the basic product, although you can read the documentation on adding variations if this will apply to the products that you wish to create. So I'm going to scroll back up and I can now publish out my product by clicking the publish button. Once my product is published, if I click on that products menu, it'll show up there, wallpaper image. I can see the product ID is 256. I can see the price. I can see my total stock. And it's here I'd like to draw your attention to is the shortcode of this product. So if I wanted to, I can copy and paste that shortcode onto any post or page to display this product, or you can use the block inserter option, which I'll show you now. So we've gone ahead, we've completed our settings, we've now created our product, and now we're going to add it to a simple post or page so that we can direct visitors to that post or page to purchase our product. So I'll go to pages and I'll click add new. From my pages menu, I might like to give it a title, say shop page, if I'm going to add a couple of products here. It's here that I can click that add block option and I can go down to the Stripe payments product. So once I click on that, over on my right hand side now, I'll need to select the product that I'd like to add. So mine was the wallpaper image they just created. And by just adding that, it'll show the thumbnail, the description, the pricing, and the button. So if I just want to show the button, I can go ahead and I can toggle to just show the button. Although for this product, I'd like to show all the details. So now I've added my product to a page. All that's left to do is publish out this page so visitors can access it and purchase my digital item. So I'll go up and I'll publish out my page. And if I go and view that page now, on the front end of my WordPress website, I can see what it will look like for my customers. So my customers can come on then and they can go ahead and purchase that item by clicking my payment button. That'll direct them to the Stripe pop-up where they'll need to enter in their name, email address, and credit or debit card details. So they need the card number, the expiry, and the CVC. So I'll proceed with a test card to show you the checkout process. So I'll just use a test Visa card for the purpose of this demonstration. Once all the details have been put into those fields, the customer would simply click the Pay Now button. After clicking that Pay Now button, if the transaction is successful, they'll see the checkout results page. On the checkout results page, if it's a digital item, they'll be able to download their item. So if I click here, I can download that digital item that I just purchased. If it's a physical item that you're going to ship out and you've chosen to collect their shipping details, they'll also need to enter in those shipping details before hitting that pay button. So that's the basics of how you can create a product added on a page, and how your customer can check out. Now for admin of the website, if you go back to your WordPress dashboard, you click on the Stripe Payments, Orders menu, you'll be able to see any orders that come through. So I can see that this order just came through. It was for the one digital wallpaper image and they paid $1.95. If I click on that, it'll give me more details about that order and the customer details. So if you're choosing to collect billing and shipping details, they'll show up there as well, and then you can ship that item out to the customer. So that pretty much sums up the basics of the Stripe Payments plugin. It's a very simple plugin to use, and it's even simpler for your customers to check out with. So it's a perfect solution if you just have a couple of simple products or digital products that you want to sell to your customers, and they primarily will be using a credit card.